As a student, I attended Barkstall Elementary, and now I wonder what type of person gets a school named after them.
It was named after Mr. Barkstall because of all his wonderful accomplishments that he had done here in Champaign, Illinois. He did a lot of picketing, and we think in terms of we couldn't sit and go to certain restaurants and stuff. Back in the day, we were not allowed to have, we did not have radio stations where that you could get black music or hear anything about African Americans in this community. So he and Mr. Lonnie Clark and J.W. Pirtle started the WBPC radio station, and that radio station is still in existence. When you think in terms of the radio station, that music was music to our ears, because you know what we used to do? We could never get any music on the radio other than on a Friday and Saturday night. Everybody in the community would have their radios on to listen to Randy's out of Tennessee. It's kind of the way Mr. Barkstall was. He was able to lead people out of bondage into freedom, and we could hear black music. So Mr. Barkstall knew how important it was to have the music where we could hear it in our community and not have to wait till the weekend to hear Randy's on the radio. But he also provided job opportunities for people, set up programs where that they could go and apply for jobs, taught them how to apply and for jobs where that they could get make money. Educational programs is what he really pushed. He did a lot of great things here, but he was just a great human being. He was the one that was one of the founders. You had other people that worked with him of the Urban League, Champaign County. But the building that they had down on Taylor Street, he helped to get that put in place where the people would have a place to come and to sign up for what they called at that time was LIHEAP, where the people couldn't afford to pay their power bills. They could come there and get that taken care of there. He also, if you looked at what they call civil rights, so if somebody's rights were violated, he was one of the places that they could go to was the Urban League to do that. So basically what the Urban League was about is self-help, that we help and try to help ourselves, not always looking at a handout, but you wanted a hand up to pull your people up. But what Mr. Barkstall did was he saw many people that were down in the lower part, but what he would do, he would reach down and pull them up to give them a helping hand, not to leave them down there. But he never lost his touch for the common people, where that he could go out and reach and touch other people. He was influential. When I think financially, I don't think he got rich by being that. But it's more to, you have the richness that's inside of you. He was rich in giving. He was rich in character building.
What impact did he have on you personally?
Oh, well, I think he was a friend of mine. So I think it's hard to find friends, and his friendship meant a lot to me. I can see him walking now. He had kind of gray hair around there, and I think what he instilled in me was friendship and how important friendship was.
What other memories do you have of Mr. Barkstall?
His humor. I think he was humorous. He had a good sense of humor. He was a good father, and he was a good husband. When I think about how he had raised his children, he had one daughter that was sick, but he took care of her until she passed away. But those are things that show you what kind of character that he had. One of the most profound memory of him is that he had a sense of who he was. He was a proud black man, and he did not allow people to put him down because of his race. He stood up for what was right. Back in those days, it was a song that came out that I'm black and I'm proud. And I think that kind of describes Vern.
Mr. Vernon Barkstall was a very influential and inspirational man. I am glad I had the opportunity to interview Miss Hattie Paulk and hear about the story behind my school's name. Thank you, Mr. Barkstall, for making such an impact.